Hello. Right, getting closer to getting this engine out. So the plan is it's going to have to be back wheel out. I've got some straps now to strap it to the ceiling to hold the bike up, because essentially this bolt goes through the swing arm, through the engine. So when I take this out, the pivot of the swing arm's going to drop, and where this is holding the weight of the bike, the swing arm's then going to move somehow. I'm not quite sure how it will move around that pivot, but I think essentially I'm going to have to get the swing arm out and all the essentials around it. So the bike at the back here is going to be unstable, so I need to strap it up to the top there and then work around that. And I believe this is the biggest pain in the arse bolt to get out. Obviously it's like that long, and it's about an inch thick because it holds both the swing arm and the engine into the frame. So yeah, anyway, I've chatted long enough, let's crack on. 32mm socket. There's things like that, look at the state of that. Woo! Get my usual lid for bolts and ting. In the lid. I don't know if it might come out. Lefty loosey, Alex. Right, so that's the chain off. I'm going to get a nice rubber mallet, give the spindle a tap. Hold the wheel. Look at that. I am glad I go around when I do these things and I copper slip things like these spindles. I just wish I'd have had the chance to copper slip the swinging arm bolt through the engine, because I've got a funny feeling that's going to give me a right load of grief. I'm just going to put all these, in fact what I'll do is I'll take that spacer and I'll take this spacer and I'll put them on there as well. Right, that's the wheel out. Just to bore you to death for a little bit, after the accident a few weeks later was the RC day that I had organised to have loads of RC51s, RC45s, RC30s and an NC30 go up to Donington and put on a parade lap for the British Superbikes. So I had to quickly put this bike back together, and this left hand triangle I've spoken about it before broke in the accident, so I had to get another one. I've obviously rushed when I've put it back together because I've not tightened this locking bolt, which is what holds onto the gear selector. Halfway down the M40 with my mate Stephen, he was on his SP2, his gear linkage just fell off going along. So I literally got off, I had to put it back on, just held it in, put it on there, a couple of more, because I couldn't change gear. Couple more miles, fell off again, couple more miles. I actually went to the petrol station just outside of Donington, bought a pack of cable ties. I think I paid something silly, like a tenner for a pack of cable ties from a garage. Put it back on, put a cable tie for it, tightened it all together, and it did the lap, the parade lap, with the two Honda NRs behind me, with a cable tie allowing me to change gear. Got back, someone had spoken in the paddock about it, and a guy came running over it later on. I'm from such and such team, and I was in such a fluster, I can't remember who it was. I want to say thank you to if this person does watch this video. But he gave me this little Allen bolt to go through it. Found the little Allen bolt and it went through, and it's been on it ever since. Which was, you know, coming up for 3 years now, 2.5 years ago that was, so it's done me well. So yeah, the gear selector's now coming off. So the time has come to strap on the rear subframe up onto the roof here. Though I have had plenty of bikes do it in the past. So and that should hopefully then take any tension that's off that bolt that's going through the engine, the frame and the swing arm. Okay, fingers crossed. Okay, so fingers crossed these come out relatively simply. They're terribly corroded under there. I think it's going to be a breaker bar. Oh, that's gone nicely. Yeah, 25 years these bolts have been in there. They don't want to come out. They're nice and comfy and they're loving life just under there. Makes it a bit quicker. Yeah, you can see the corrosion on the bolts. It looks like this dog bone bit's going to have to come out before I can get that last nut out. VD on it. Just to help its little journey. Always good to have a nice old spindly bit. I think this is actually a clutch rod from somewhere. It's one out. Needs must. And out. Grab a hammer. Second bolt out. Okay, so I can get now to these dog bone bits. That's better. So the shock now should be able to come out. Let's get these guys out first. Little additional part of the dog bone. Putting the nuts back on it each time, just so we don't lose them all. Rear shock. And a mess is. Right, so 32mm socket on this main bolt. I'm going to be very, very shocked if this comes off nice and simply. Wow. Okay. That could be a good sign, peoples. This is where you're all going to hate me, because obviously you've got a special tool there from Honda for this little lock-in nut, but I'm a budget merchant, so it looks like these little flanges here prevent that locking nut from spinning. And that's it gone now. It's an old horrible crappy screwdriver, don't worry guys. Okay. Fix it with a hammer. At least it's moving. That's the main thing. We'll get there. It takes some hitting, let me tell you, boys. But we got movement. And what we want is movement. Keep piling the WD-40 on. Ready? Yeah, look at that. The state of that spindle. 25 years that's been in there. I'm hoping that's the worst one of the lot. Now I've just got to try and work out these special tools, these special sort of... So with this side, it's got two little spikes there. I'm not sure if you can see them. I just think I can tap that around if I'm gentle enough. I'm sure there's a special tool. I'm sure it's about £100 and it only ever does one thing. This is why it's always good. If you ever get a spindle, oh look, that's gone nicely now. You ever, keep hold of a spindle from somewhere. It's always great to have just things to just batter other things with. That's the technical term, you see. So I'm going to hazard a guess that that's 32mm nut, maybe a 30mm, like an Allen socket you'd need for it, which is a very specific tool. Right, I'm going to call it a day. I know, I'm sorry, I will get this engine out, but I need to look at that. I reckon that's a 27mm Allen socket that will take to turn that. So that's a specialist tool I'm going to have to get, unless I can work my brain around. I'm finding a 27mm bolt somewhere, welding a nut to it and turning it. Maybe that's a way of doing it, but sure as hell is I'm not going to be able to do it today. So that's one side of the swinging arm that's loose. We've got the shock off, we've got all the dog bones and everything off. We've got obviously the back wheel off, rear brake off. Starting to get down to the nitty gritty of all the really corroded parts that are on this bike. 25 years, guys. So, thank you for watching, people. Promise I will get this engine out one day. Please comment. If you've got any tricks of how to get that out, let me know. Obviously, like, subscribe. We will get there. Thanks for watching.